Lately, I've been getting lots of questions about how I'm able to show up on many different platforms. So today I thought I would share all about my video creation process and how I repurpose video for different platforms and different content types. So if you're interested in creating content and being on many different platforms so that you can reach more people and get more opportunities, but do it with less work, this video is for you. For the best advice and tips on growing your audience, impact, and income online with your creative expertise, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, whether you're on YouTube or on Instagram, to get my latest uploads every week. Now, I've been on YouTube and creating blog posts as long form content for many years now, and only since about December of 2020 have I been really consistent on YouTube. I originally started my long form content on my blog, and before I started YouTube, I was blogging every single week. So I really just took my blog and turned it into a YouTube schedule that we then repurpose onto my blog. But I haven't stopped blogging or creating YouTube videos since 2016. I've been creating blogs and videos every single week for the past 5 years, and which leads me to get many questions from my audience and people who are in my coaching programs to ask, how is it that I can create content this often, this much, and this quickly without reaching a point of overwhelm or reaching a point of burnout. And so in today's video, really what I want to do is walk you through my process. And so it boils down to, number one, you have to know your audience and have a specific point of view on your industry and your offer, and know what problems your audience is seeking help on and what you specialize in. So that's a long way to say, have a niche and an ideal client. So once you know what your niche and ideal client are, what they struggle with, it becomes a lot easier to create content and know what it is that you should be creating content around. But even more than that, you should have a signature offer. Having a signature offer and something that you specialize in, that you help your clients with, and a point of view that you help your clients with, it makes everything that much easier. Because once you have a signature offer or a signature point of view, then you can really dive deep into why that is, what your beliefs are, what your strategies are, how you implement those strategies, how it impacts your ideal clients, and it really just sort of blossoms from there. So if you don't have a signature offer yet, you're gonna wanna check out my masterclass below. You can go to the link below and check out my masterclass where I show you the 5 steps to creating a signature offer and selling it out with your content. I teach this to anyone free in my masterclass, and you can learn it as well. But the basics are this, that once you have a signature offer, all of your content that you batch create becomes so much easier. Because when you have a signature offer and process, you can create a list of content ideas based on common issues your audience struggles with. So as I'm listing out all the common questions someone might ask me, I start thinking about their mindset, their beliefs, tools that they might need to use, step-by-step processes, routines, tutorials, and tips that they might need to learn. I might think about examples in my own business that I will want to share. Or I might think about our offers and our programs that help them with certain problems and pain points that they're experiencing. So when I sit down with the purpose of creating this list, I usually walk away with a lot of content ideas. And so this is one of the ways that I can create a huge list of content ideas and be very, very productive when it comes to creating content for YouTube or my blog. Then once I have that entire list of tips, tricks, tools, mindsets, and beliefs, I group them together in different themes. So I look at the different topics and I see what themes are presenting themselves. So if you go through a lot of my past videos, you'll notice that maybe in January, I talked a lot about Instagram. So that was a theme. And then in February, I talked more about video editing. And then in March, I talked a lot about Pinterest. So these were my content themes. This allowed me to sort of group ideas together to create a theme so that my audience was engaged throughout the month, and I was also helping them in answering their common questions with tips, tricks, mindsets, beliefs, tools, my own story, that kind of thing. So it's important to keep in mind that I do a lot of this batching of content ideas in one sitting. So if I can write out at least 52 ideas for the year, that's one content idea for every week of the year, then I know that I am set for the entire year. But it doesn't get the job done if you've only got a list of ideas. What you actually have to put into practice is sitting down to film or sitting down to write all of those ideas in one sitting. And what I've found over time is that recording videos and talking through the ideas and talking through the different bullet points of each video topic is a lot easier than sitting down to write, because I can self-edit as I'm writing and it takes a lot longer. But it comes more naturally to talk to the camera or maybe even record your voice. So if I were going to give you one tip about batch creating long form content, is either record your voice talking so that you can transcribe that quickly, or record YouTube videos and then have that transcribed into blog posts. So before I actually sit down to record all the videos in one sitting, I actually will go through each of my topics and I will just create a quick bullet point list of things that I want to say or things that I want to talk about on this particular topic. And so none of my videos are very scripted, but the topics themselves are outlined before I actually sit down to record. So when it comes to sitting down to actually record the video, I have my phone by my side and the list of bullet points, and I will try in one day record at least a quarter of my YouTube videos for the entire year. So that means in one day, I will sit down and I will record 12 videos. Now, it might sound daunting, but with some practice, you can actually get a lot of the video recording done in one day. And then once you realize that you can record this much in one sitting, you don't want to go back to what you used to do before. So I highly recommend trying it. So besides actually sitting down and batch creating the ideas and then batch creating the videos, the next thing you want to do is make sure that you transcribe that video, or the audio at least, into text so that you can repurpose that on a blog or on your Instagram or in other forms, so that it's not just in one video form. Now, what we do is we take clips of the video and we repurpose it into Instagram content and repurpose it on Pinterest or Instagram. And we utilize a service that edits our videos and repurposes the videos into into shorter content for Instagram. So if you want to learn more about that, I've got a link below to that service. So on top of all of that, what you actually get now is that you've created, and what we do is we create 12 videos in one day. Then over the course of the quarter, or 12 weeks, we repurpose that video content into blog posts, quote graphics for Instagram, maybe list graphics or infographics for Instagram stories or Pinterest. But the video content, the original content and the ideas and what that all came from, all started with 12 topics that were recorded in one sitting. So that's how I'm able to stay really consistent and constantly have content to post and to pull from for other shorter form content, is because I spent a lot of time working on the longer form content and batch creating it so that it helped feed the rest of my content. Because I don't know about you, but I just don't want to sit around on Instagram or creating content all the time. And I want it to be very valuable and helpful, but I also want to respect what my goals are as an entrepreneur, and that is to have freedom in my schedule. And so batch creating your content like this is going to help you create more freedom in your schedule. So now that you know more, I bet you're ready and eager to get started. Well, to help you with that, I've got a special freebie. It's 100 blog post ideas and a blog post checklist to help you make sure that you are taking action on your search engine optimization, and also that you don't run out of ideas. So you can grab it again right here. Also, if you're finding it hard to get more people to see your content or find people to collaborate with, I've got a secret Facebook group where you can meet other online entrepreneurs, collaborate, and share different advice and share what you're working on with each other. And so I've got a link below to that private Facebook group as well. We would love to have you inside.